Hey guys, and welcome back to the JTO channel. And this is your match review of Servette 2, Chelsea 1. And plus, we're going to be talking about two of the stories today in regards to Raheem Sterling potentially to Arsenal and Jadon Sancho. Is he Chelsea bound? Because those links don't look like they're going to go away. So, yeah, we've got quite a few things to talk about today. But the first thing we'll talk about is obviously the game that we've just seen today. Servette 2, Chelsea 1, match review. Before I get into that, if you're new here, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on those post notifications. And yeah, boy, I mean, where do we even start with this game? I think I think the first thing I want to start off, funnily enough, is Chelsea's website. What's going on? What is going on? If you don't know, obviously Chelsea were charging $4.99 for people to watch this game. People were fuming about that last week. Um, People not as much this week as it wasn't a surprise, but the surprising thing was the website was deciding not to work, so people were struggling to pay the money to watch this flipping game today. And Chelsea ended up deciding, okay, everyone can watch it for free. We're not going to charge anything. Cool, whatever. Fine. Basically. So yeah, that was a whole mess. And that was just the beginning of a messy game, a diabolical game of football that we just witnessed today. Don't get me wrong. We could have easily walked away with 2, 3, 4 goals today. We had enough chances to really score and put this game to bed, even in the first half. I'm not gonna overreact, but it was poor. It was diabolical, and I think it's a bit of complacency. I would say I'm not gonna say quality. I want to see these guys when it gets a bit more serious. This second team, but one thing I will say is that it will take a bit of time for this second group of players um to really get used to Maresca's system and to really do what Maresca wants out of them, if you know what I mean. The things Maresca's trying to bring out of them, I think it's going to take a while, of course. But at the same time, you can't be complacent. You can't be naive. You can't be arrogant. You can't just walk up to Switzerland and say, "Yeah, we're gonna win this today." Like it's easy. We lost, and as far as I'm concerned, that's embarrassing. I'm not gonna overreact, like I said, but it's embarrassing. And the reason why it's embarrassing is because you man are the squad players. When you look at the lineup we played today, Jorgensen in goal. We had Vega left back, obviously, but he was inverted into midfield, which meant we had a back three of Disasi, Badiashile, and Tosin. We had Dewsbury-Hall, um, in the advanced eight positions next to Nkunku. We had Enzo Fernandez, the captain, next to Vega, sorry. And then we had Madueke on the right, Mudryk on the left, Gu up front. For majority of those players that started, your minutes, a lot of your minutes and a lot of your starts are going to be accumulated in this competition this season, most likely. I'm looking at Disasi if he doesn't leave. I'm looking at you. I'm looking at Badiashile. I'm looking at Tosin here. I'm looking at Dewsbury-Hall. I'm looking at Mikhailo Mudryk. Mark Gu. Dewsbury-Hall. Like, you guys, Jorgensen. Who's going to be second choice until further notice, until Sanchez decides to drop another stinker. Do you get what I'm saying? And it's like, you guys can't be complacent. You got to impress the manager here. And I'm guessing Maresca's not going to be happy with that tonight. Don't get it twisted. The pitch wasn't great. The pitch was dry as hell. Yeah, whatever. But still, this is not the first time I've seen my team playing a crap pitch. It's not the first time ever. So for me, there's no real excuses for a performance like that tonight. And a lot of these players, look, there's pressure on you. For example, Dewsbury-Hall, you must this season. You know, I think he's a decent player. I think he can be the type that's a jack of all trades player. I think he could be our little B Tech version of a Bernardo Silva. I do, but you got to show it, my friend, because at the end of the day, a lot of people are not happy with with your signing, and to an extent, I can agree with those people. I can understand those people because you're taking away Carney Chukwuemeka's minutes, who for me, when I'm looking at the way Dewsbury-Hall is used, I'm just thinking to myself, surely you can use Carney in this position because I think he would cook. I believe Carney's a talent. I believe he's a talented player. So it just annoys me that he's likely to leave, um, whether it's now or next summer or in January. It's just a bit disappointing because for me, he's a talented player. He's a better player than Dewsbury-Hall, and I think he suits exactly what Maresca would need out of an advanced number 8. Literally, this system, this advanced number 8 position, the way he wants to use his midfielders, it's literally tailor-made for Carney, bro. His qualities that he possesses, it's there. His first touch, his dribbling, his strength, you know? His IQ, he's tall, he's kind of awkward, but he can do a job, man. So yeah, I just think to myself, yo, Mark Gu again. I know there weren't many chances fed to you, but not good enough, man. The pressing's good, the enthusiasm's great, but I need a bit more quality. Madueke dropped a stinker tonight. Mudryk once again dropped a stinker tonight. That final ball, not good enough. Enzo Fernandez on the ball as a 6, great defensively for the first goal. You saw him just get skipped past easily. The only thing Mudryk did well tonight was win a penalty. Christopher Nkunku slots it away, easy work. And then somebody loses the ball. Enzo Fernandez gets skipped past very easily. And they score. Disasi for that goal, by the way. Disgraceful. All that strength, all that muscle. You've been going gym. I can see by physicality. You go gym. What? And what was that? You were weak. What's going on with this guy as well? Disasi's performance tonight, by the way, absolutely disgraceful. Get him out of the club. I'm going to say this right now. The biggest thing I learned from tonight, especially in the first half, was get me a centre-back, bro. Because Badiashile just doesn't look serious at the moment. He just doesn't look like a serious player at the moment, okay? Those first 6 months we saw Badiashile, we've not seen that again of him. Shocking. Tosin was all right tonight. I thought he was okay. But he's an average player. He's decent. We got him on a free for a reason. I don't have an issue with him. He's a squad player. I think he can do a job. Disasi, on the other hand, this guy in defending wide areas, I've said it before. Said it on social media on the Pochettino. Yo, this brother out wide. Nah, I don't like it. Right centre back, I don't like it. The amount of times they were playing the ball down his side and he just wouldn't commit. He's just backing off. What are you doing? A joke tonight, honestly. So, overall, not a good performance tonight. And you see, the second goal we conceded. Come on. Our two tallest centre-backs in this whole club are Badiashile and Tosin. And they let a man win that. And Jorgensen needs to do better, in my opinion, as well. And all of a sudden, we're under the cosh. We was playing like we were 5-0 up. That's my biggest problem with tonight's performance. These men are ignorant. These men are cocky a little bit. Thinking, yeah, we've won this game. We just about did, which is an embarrassment. Like I said, I'm not going to overreact. But you, man, are going to be playing in the Conference League. It's clear. Maresca is going to change up his squad for the Conference League, rest the key players, and play the likes of Tosin, Badiashile, Disasi if he stays, Dewsbury-Hall, Mark Gu, Mikhailo Mudryk, these guys, Jorgensen. You guys must prove yourself. Show the manager that you deserve to start in a Premier League game against tough opposition. And you can definitely contribute to this team at the highest level. That's what you guys have got to show. So hopefully as the Conference League goes on, now that we're through, these guys step up their performances and, we go through with ease. So yeah, we lost the game. It is what it is. Palmer had to come on. Caicedo had to come on. These guys had to come on. We missed a couple chances, like I said. Palmer hit the crossbar. Jackson scored, but it was offside. We had chances. We did have chances. Jackson had another chance. So look, as much as I'm being negative, we could have easily won this game like 4-2 tonight. Do you get what I'm saying? But we didn't. So yeah, it is what it is. Oh boy, it was a tough watch, man. It was a tough watch at times. It just felt slow, lethargic. But like I said, I think it's going to take a while for this group of players, this B team, to get used to what Maresca wants, to get used to Maresca's playstyle. I think our A team, the likes of Cucurella, Colwell, Fofana, Gusto, Reece-James, when he's back, like I said, Enzo, Lavia, our main guys, our big hitters, Cole Palmer, these guys, these guys, the A team, they will understand what Maresca wants, and I think they'll be quickly to be able to adapt and play to his style a lot quicker than sort of the B team. And that's simply because of the quality. It's that simple. So, yeah, we need a centre-back. Disasi needs to go. Badiashile needs to step up. Otherwise, he can go as well, as far as I'm concerned. And you bring back Trevor Chalobah. Honestly, Trevor Chalobah is better than Disasi. Trevor Chalobah would literally be better suited to this squad and what Maresca would want out of his centre-backs than Disasi would. He'd be better for Maresca than Disasi. Chukwuemeka, I'd argue, would be better for Maresca than Dewsbury-Hall. I'd argue it. I'd argue it. But yeah, it is what it is. So we lost 2-1. Not a great performance, but hey, we're through. We made it past the playoff stage. So now we get to see the draw tomorrow. I think the Conference League draw is tomorrow. Let's see what sort of teams we'll be facing. Let's see what sort of trips we're going to be making. Let's see what sort of pitches and stadiums we're going to have to be dealing with. Oh, goodness me, bruv. Because Servette was just the first of many. You know, we lost to a team tonight that failed in the Europa League qualifiers. Mad. Anyway, we move swiftly on. Let's talk about some transfer news just to end the video. Starting off with Jadon Sancho. Jadon Sancho. Very quickly on Jadon Sancho. Obviously, the first time these rumors came up with Jadon Sancho, it was linked with Raheem Sterling with a potential swap deal, but it looks like Sterling will not be going to Man United based on reports that I'm seeing. And it looks like Chelsea still want Sancho. At first, Fabrizio Romano did report they will take Sancho, but a player has to go to Man United. Which it looked like it was going to be Sterling, but maybe it's not going to be Sterling now. So either Chelsea have decided that they just want Sancho in general, or they've maybe negotiated with Man United that another player of ours goes over to Man United still. Let's see what happens tomorrow. But based on the reports, it looks like it's between Juventus and Chelsea. The reports are saying Sancho would prefer Chelsea, which makes sense. It's the club he supported. It's London, familiar faces. The environment's just more comfortable for him, I guess. And yeah, the opportunity to play at Chelsea, the club you support, I mean, not many players would want to turn that down. So I totally understand from Sancho's perspective why he would prefer Chelsea, maybe on the emotional side, but for footballing reasons, he should probably go to Juventus just because he will likely get more game time. But yeah, it is what it is. Would I personally take Sancho? Look, I like Sancho. I'm actually a big fan of Sancho. And I think Sancho would suit this squad and suit Maresca's style to a T. He's versatile. He can play on the left. He can play on the right. He can play down the middle. I remember under Ten Hag, he played in the false nine and he was cooking as well in pre-season before the whole fallout fiasco with that bold fraud, Ten Hag. So he's very versatile, very good player, touch tight. I feel like he will play with attackers that would understand his game, that could play to the same wavelength as him. I feel like the understanding, the chemistry would just click like that, because they would just understand each other's game. Whilst at Man United, different play styles, different profiles with Rashford, Bruno Fernandes, they just don't play on the same wavelength. Whilst at Chelsea, I think he would play at the same wavelength with Cole Palmer and Pedro Neto and João Felix and Nicholas Jackson and these guys. The only thing with Sancho is do we actually need Sancho? I don't think we actually do need. I don't think we need Sancho. I would take him if it meant Mudryk left, but Mudryk's not gonna go in it. So it's one of those ones where I would take Sancho, but I feel like it's an overkill of the attack that we are producing. But if Mudryk was to go and Sterling was to go, then I'm 100% taking Sancho. I think he's a good player. His Man United stint didn't go well, but I think the environment, the culture of that football club. Everyone says Chelsea's a graveyard for attackers, but Man United over the past 10 years has just been a graveyard for signings in general. You can't name more than 5 successful Manchester United signings in the last 10 years. You genuinely can't. You'd struggle to even name 3. I'm thinking to myself, Pogba, Bruno Fernandes. Other than that, I'm genuinely struggling to find a successful Manchester United signing. Maybe Lisandro Martinez at a stretch. That is it. Do you get what I'm saying? Whilst at Chelsea, at least with Chelsea, we've had successful signings in midfield and defense. You know, not so much goalkeeper, not so much attack. But hopefully with this new attack, Jadon Sancho fits in well and is a success, just like Pedro Neto, João Felix, Cole Palmer, Noni Madueke, Nicholas Jackson, all these guys. So yeah, that's the news on Jadon Sancho. I think that deal will get done, to be honest with you. I think he wants to move. I think he's willing to take a pay cut. Chelsea want him. I think we'll negotiate a good fee with Man United, make it permanent, done. So yeah, that's in regards to Jadon Sancho. And also you got Raheem Sterling, potentially to Arsenal. Now, the first time this came out was regards to an ITK Arsenal account saying that Sterling would be interested in the move to Arsenal. Arsenal wants Sterling, but only on a wage, but only if he takes a pay cut. Sterling's willing to take the pay cut. Arsenal want him. He knows Arteta. Arteta knows him. It basically fits like a glove. He gets to stay in London. It's a win-win for everybody, really. It kind of makes sense. And more reports have come out saying Gary Jacob has said that Sterling has been offered to Arsenal. Fabrice Hawkins has come out and said that We're trying to offload Sterling to Arsenal, and also we're trying to get Jadon Sancho into Chelsea. And look, Sterling, as much as I cuss him out, yeah, this would be a great move for him. He gets to stay in London. His family gets to stay in London. He gets to play for Arsenal. He would probably suit Arteta more. I think he'd provide good competition for Martinelli. I think he'd have a very good chance of starting for Arsenal on the left wing spot if Martinelli doesn't step it up. And I think he'd provide great cover for Saka down the right hand side when Saka needs a rest. So, he's 29, experience. Maybe that's what Arsenal need, just a bit of experience. Maybe they need a bit of know how. We're trying to build a young team. We're trying to move in a different direction. Arsenal are a team that are ready to win the Premier League title now. So they probably believe Sterling, with his age, with his experience, Premier League goal scorer, over 100 goals, would provide good competition. They're probably thinking to themselves, you know what? I think he would help us. He would contribute well to a Premier League title. I don't think he would, but I could understand their logic and why they would want Raheem Sterling, even though he's on a decline, to be honest with you. So I'd be very happy with this move happening, to be honest with you. I literally tweeted out like a couple days ago, Mikel Arteta, please, one last favour, take Raheem Sterling. And the reason why I was saying that, why would you want Sterling at Arsenal? It's a direct rival. Only because I'm just looking at it realistically. Sterling, I know ideally wants to stay in London. It's the reason why he moved to Chelsea in the first place. He didn't move to Chelsea because of the club. He moved to Chelsea because he got offered really good money that he couldn't turn down, especially at his age and that stage of his career where he's declining. And it's London. He's from London. He was raised in London. He was raised at Wembley. The opportunity to come back to London, could never turn that down. So that's why I'm saying, Mikel Arteta, do us one last favour. You did it with Kai Havertz. That looks like it's gone well, so fair play. But look, one last favour, bring in Raheem Sterling, because I know really he wants to stay in London. I know he wouldn't have minded moving to Man United. He was open to a move to Man United, but deep down, I know that he prefers a move to Arsenal. So if Arsenal can make a move, get a bidding, get negotiations going, then I think Raheem Sterling will be an Arsenal player. I think he would want the move. He gets to stay in London. He'll take a pay cut. We get a fee. Done. So I think these two deals get done. I think Jadon Sancho, Chelsea gets done. I think if we offer like a loan with an obligation to buy, I think it's done. Or if we buy him permanently, I think Sancho will take a pay cut. He prefers a move to Chelsea rather than Juventus, even though I think Juventus might be the better move for his footballing career, because I think he'd start week in, week out at Juventus, whilst at Chelsea, I'm not sure he would. So yeah, let's see what happens in regards to him. I think that deal gets done if we really want it to. Raheem Sterling to Arsenal. If Arsenal do negotiate with Chelsea and they're serious about it, I think that deal gets done as well. Victor Osimhen, we'll talk about Victor Osimhen tomorrow. Let's see what happens. I know Al Ali have stepped up their interest in him. I know they've offered him a better contract salary. So yeah, let's see what happens around that tomorrow. But yeah, Chelsea lose to Servette, but we're through on aggregate 3-2 to the Conference League sort of league phase now, because there's a new format for these UEFA competitions. And yeah, Sancho to Chelsea, will it happen? And Sterling to Arsenal. Let's see. So yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow with a brand new video. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn on those post notifications, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good one. Have a blessed one. And yeah, see you lot tomorrow. Peace.